Dust of Snow by Robert Frost. Dust of Snow appears to be the simplest of short poems. With just 2 stanzas, the poem appears to be nothing more than a portrait of a trivial event. But beneath what is unsaid remains a deeper layer of meaning and thinking. And it is this unsaid part of the poetry the most beautiful and obviously the best part. Robert Lee Frost. Robert Frost was an American poet. He is known for his realistic depictions of rural life. Frost frequently wrote about settings from rural life in New England in the early 20th century. He used them to examine complex social and philosophical themes. Frost was honored frequently during his lifetime and is the only poet to receive 4 Pulitzer Prizes for poetry. He became one of America's rare public literary figures, almost an artistic institution. He was awarded the Congressional Gold Medal in 1960 for his poetic works. On July 22, 1961, Frost was named Poet Laureate of Vermont. Robert Frost died in Boston in 1963. The major themes. The poem builds a bridge between humans and animals, and the poet says that there is no big distance between both. The poem also talks about the entangled, complex human emotions and talks about the simple life led by the animals and birds. Nature has a power to lift our mood even when we are highly discontent. This poem enlightens us how small things of nature can refresh us and cheer us for the rest of the day. In other words, everything in this world is beautiful. Nature and its creations have the power to uplift mood even when we are in a depressed state of mind. A small incident of snow falling, that too by the action of a crow, takes away the pall of sadness from the poet's mind and refreshes him for the rest of the day. Small things in life make significant changes in our life. The small things that we do for others can make all the difference. It also shows that if we can take the hard times of life in stride, eventually something will happen to change our situation into happier times. Robert Frost stresses that bad times in life will lead to good times if you can persist with the bad times. The poem Dust of Snow by Robert Frost. The way a crow shook down on me the dust of snow from a hemlock tree has given my heart a change of mood and saved some part of a day I had ruled. Stanza 1. The way a crow shook down on me the dust of snow from a hemlock tree. The poet Robert Frost here recounts a small incident that changes his mood. It seems very simple, but it has a great significance. The poet was once very depressed and hopeless. He was in a state of sorrow and was lost in his thoughts. He was standing under the hemlock tree, and suddenly a crow that was sitting on the tree shook the tree, and the fine particles of snow from the tree fell on the poet. And here you can see a hemlock tree, one in the winter and the the in the normal C sense. Let's see stanza number 2. Has given my heart a change of mood and saved some part of a day I had ruled. The word ruled here means to regret something which often cannot be undone. In this stanza, we understand that when the soft and the cold snow fell on the poet, it changed his mood from the state of sadness to happiness. He started feeling soothed. He became peaceful and refreshed. And this simple incident helped him enjoy the remaining part of the day. He thus became happy as it saved the rest of the day from being wasted and held in regret. Let's see the poetic devices used in the poem. The rhyme scheme remains AB, AB, CD, CD. Let's check with the symbolism used by Robert Frost in the poem. Frost represents nature in a very different manner in the poem, and he has brought in symbolism with the hemlock tree and the bird crow. Generally, poets take the bird and trees which are known for their beauty and good qualities. But here, Frost has taken a totally different approach. He chose a crow, which is not often used in poems. Crow is black in color with a very harsh voice and is believed to be a symbol of a bad omen. Thinking of a crow brings very depressing and sorrowful pictures to a mind. A hemlock tree, on the other hand, is a poisonous plant with small white flowers. The poet didn't choose to use an oak, a maple, or a pine tree. Instead, he chose the hemlock tree and left all the beautiful trees out in the world. Actually, he did so to present his mood and his feelings. The crow and the hemlock tree represent sorrow and depression felt by the poet in this materialistic world. The dust of snow, thus, is a symbol of natural joy and energy. The dust of snow that the crow shakes off a hemlock tree means passing through the sad and depressing moments. The poet is entering the time full of joy and optimism. There is also space for irony in the poem. The poisonous hemlock and the medicinal rue stand contrasting. Let's see the alliteration. The poetic device alliteration is clearly used here. It is used in these two lines. Has given my heart and saved some part. The alliterated words are underlined. Let's have a recapitulation. Robert Frost, the poet, was depressed once. He was quite hopeless and lost in thoughts. He stood under the hemlock tree, and it was not pre-planned, it was a coincidence. A crow shook down the dust of snow from the tree. It fell on him, and it changed his sad mood. And finally, this saved the rest of the day. It's time for the quiz. Name the poet, and we know it's Robert Frost. What season is mentioned in the poem? It's winter. Where did the poet stand? The poet stood under the hemlock tree. And remember, that was not pre-planned. What happened when the crow shook down the snow on the poet? It changed his mood. What is the mood of the poet at the end? Obviously, it is not sad. He is happy that he is able to save the rest of the day that he had ruled. Best wishes.